What's up, everybody? How you doing? So my name is David Lee, and I'm actually a drummer, but as of recently, I just picked up the guitar for the first time in a very long time. And I started thinking, what do I want to start working on? What do I want to start brushing up on? Where did I leave off whenever I was a kid? And then it freaking hit me like a ton of bricks. CKY. The CKY sound, the CKY tone, plugging into anything and everything I could possibly get my hands on. Whammy pedal slammed up, whammy pedal slammed down, plugged into anything from Boss to Digitech and literally anything and everything in between. Losing sleep over this, and I'm sure you guys can totally relate to that. Literally losing sleep over trying to get that CKY sound, the CKY tone, going to bed with my guitar in my hand, waking up the next day, still frustrated, if not more frustrated than the night before. And what I'm here to do is talk about some key tools and elements that we need to focus on in order to play the CKY tunes, okay? And what I made the mistake of doing was focusing so much on the tone that I was lacking in the other department of playing things the right way. So I'm going to break a couple hearts here. This is not a tone video, but this is a video of how to play the right way in order to then use the tone to make one big giant CKY package, and you can get closer to the sound that you've all been hoping for, looking for, and trying to strive for so long. And Darren says this in a lot of his videos. He says that for the most part we're playing things right. We're playing the right notes, but we're not playing them the right way. Now, how in the heck can you play the right notes but not play them the right way? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it actually makes a lot of sense because there's a box and we're playing inside of this box. But here's the thing, Darren and Chad are writing and playing outside of the box, and they're not playing anything straightforward. Everything is going to have elements of things that we need to focus on before we really dig into that tone. So our priorities shift just a little bit. Of course we want the tone, we're all striving for it, we all know and love the tone, we're looking for it, we're chasing it. Some of us have found it, but a lot of us are still looking for it. This is not a tone situation that I'm going to be focusing on, but that will come later. Because again, it's all a package. The way you play, the notes you play, how you play them, where you play them, what you do is going to then be the tone. Because what happened to me was I focused on the tone so much that I thought that if I had all these pedals, if I had all these knobs turned the exact way, if I had my gain the right way, the compression the right way, I would be able to sound exactly like Darren and exactly like Chad. That is not true. It's very disappointing because I didn't have the tools and elements that I needed. So I've honestly been trying to dig into Darren's brain a lot more recently and get more in tune with intuitively listening to the CKY tracks. And I hear things now that I never heard as a kid, and I'm going to throw a couple things out there. First off, I'm going to give you guys some tools that you need to brush up and get closer to the sound that you're looking for on the CKY tunes. And then also, I'm going to use this video to show off my tone. Now, by no means is the tone perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it is so close to the point where now I can play a CKY track and someone can say, wow, I know exactly what that is, and it sounds basically just like it, if not just like it. So that's what we're all striving for. I'm here to show you how to get a little closer to that sound that you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is give you guys some tools. You might have some homework to do, but really take these terms. We're going to apply them up here. We're going to take the knowledge, retain it, then we're going to learn how to apply it to our guitars, okay? So again, think outside of the box. We are not playing straightforward notes anymore. These are CKY tracks, and most of them, if not all of them, are going to have these elements in there, some more than others. But we're going to do some homework, do some research. If you don't know what these mean, we have syncopation, we have nudge, we have swing, we have triplets. We're going to focus on some pick holding techniques and some slides. When to slide, how to slide, where to slide. Is it an in slide or an out slide? Because all these elements are going to consist of the CKY package whenever you're trying to play, especially 96 Quite Bitter Beings. And again, Darren in his videos he says they're playing the right way on the notes are right, but they're not playing in the right style. The elements are not there. What does he mean by that? So I'm going to dig in a little bit deeper and let you know what he means by that. What he's meaning is we need syncopation, we need triplets, we need nudge, we need swing, we need to hold our pick a certain way, and we need to slide in and out when and where, how, the way we need to be sliding, whether it be an in-slide or an out-slide. So what I'm going to do is give you a comparison. I'll play you CKY 96 Quite Bitter Beings a regular way, and then I'm going to play it the right way, and talk about how we can apply the elements over and get closer to that sound that we all know and love so very much. So there's a pretty big difference there, right guys? So let's focus on a couple things. Let's apply right off the bat syncopation, triplets, and a little bit of swing. The first 3 notes, and Darren says this in his videos. It doesn't go da-da-da, all right? It goes da-da-da. Huge difference. And this applies to basically the whole riff in that da-da-da. So da-da-da, da-da-da. So think about that, get in that mindset, be mindful of how you're playing this riff, and it's going to start making a lot more sense to you guys. So let's break it down a little bit. We got verses, all right? Keep in mind, Darren also gives us some Easter eggs and some hints in his videos as well by saying that the notes are very short, they're very choppy, and there's no sustain, there's no reverb, nothing like that going on. And if you want to get closer to that CKY sound and tone, you have to make sure that you're killing those notes. Okay, you don't have to have a noise suppressor, you don't have to have a limiter or a compressor, a gate, or a cancellation device. You can use your hands and fingers. You want to make sure you're clutching that guitar anytime you can to make sure you kill those notes as soon as possible. So that is a way that you can do that. Clutch your guitar, hold those notes closed, don't leave them sustaining. We don't want any of that because it could kill the whole CKY vibe, okay? So I'm going to continue on showing you the crawl going up and show you how a lot of people play it and how you need to be playing it the right way, and give you some ideas on how to brush up and get closer to that sound. So here's how most people play it. It's actually played like this. You hear that? So first off we have, alright, and then we have, now the next part we're going to have a slide that's very important. We have verses, you hear the difference? So there's that. And then the number one mistake I see on YouTube and other platforms, I'm listening, I'm watching, and it's like, yes, 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 it sounds so good, and then boom, the whole thing is crashed because one little tiny slide was missed right here. And it's very subtle, but it's enough to crash the whole riff. And you want to make sure to incorporate the slide whenever you're doing, because it actually goes. Okay, so there's all the key elements of the riff that you need to really, really hone in on. So I'll play it slow, and then I'll play it again up to speed, and really focus in on those elements that we just talked about. right, so there we go. Hopefully this helps you guys a little bit. Hopefully now you're thinking in a different mindset. Hopefully you're out of that box now, thinking outside of it, and you're getting a little bit closer to Darren and Chad on their writing and playing style. And the tone will come later. Don't worry about that just yet. Definitely keep chasing it, but play the right way. Play the right notes, play the right way. In my honest opinion, I think it's almost just as important to play the right way, if not more important to play the right way, than it is to play the right notes. Now, don't get me wrong, it's very important to play the right notes, but you have to play them the right way. So apply these tools, okay? Syncopation, we have nudge, we have swing, we have triplets, we have some pick holding, we have slides in and out at the proper time the right way. So hopefully this helps you guys. Feel free to say anything you want in the comments, talk amongst yourselves. I take constructive criticism very well. If I suck, go on ahead and tell me, that's totally cool too. And if you have any questions, go on ahead and put them on there, and I'll make sure to try to answer anything I can. And I'm sure people on the thread will see and talk about that as well. And just have fun with it. Just, really have fun with it, and just apply these tools and be mindful of how you're playing, not just what you're playing, okay? So I'm going to play a couple of the riffs from 96 Quite Bitter Beings and show off my tone a little bit, because I'm very proud of it. I've been trying to get the tone for 15 years plus. By no means is it perfect. I'm not playing these songs perfect, but I'm happy enough with it, and it's to the point now where I can play a CKY tune and someone can say, wow, it's got that wow factor, where someone can just say, wow, that's pretty spot on, you know what I mean? So after that, I will play some other tunes that you guys might like and remember and enjoy, and let's do it. Alright, last but not least, guys, that may or may not be a whole step, so I will leave that for you guys to find out, and I'm going to tune really quick.